Dear students, after learning production of benzene, its physical properties, I am sure you will be interested in knowing how much reactive benzene is. Chemically, benzene is very much stable because of resonance stabilization and undergoes very few types of reactions. Out of that, its reactivity is most for electrophilic aromatic substitution reactions. In this video, we are going to see how benzene undergoes nitration, halogenation, sulfonation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation. Any electrophilic substitution reaction will involve reaction of benzene ring with some electrophile which is positively charged that will replace any of the hydrogen with it. So it is actually a substitution or replacement of the hydrogen. And this is where benzene differs with the alkenes. Whereas alkenes undergo addition reactions, benzene undergoes substitution reactions. We will see why. Typical examples of such kind are nitration, usually carried out in strong nitric acid and sulfuric acid, halogenation with say chlorine, bromine, iodine, fluorine, sulfonation with fuming H2SO4 with some added SO3, Friedel-Crafts acylation and alkylation. All these kinds of reaction involve a basic three-step mechanism. In the first step, positively charged electrophile is generated. In step number 2, this electrophile gets attacked by the aromatic ring to form carbonium ion. You can say positive charge of this electrophile gets shifted to the carbon which has attacked on it. Because benzene ring is rich with electrons, there occurs attack of any of these electrons onto this electrophile. Electrophile is already deficient, so it cannot attack on the ring. The usual terminology is electrophilic attack on aromatic ring, but it is the electrons which are approaching this electrophile. So when such electrons attack on this electrophile gets attached to one of the carbon, and because carbon it gets additional bond, it breaks the immediate double bond with another carbon, generating a carbonium, positive charge on the neighboring carbon. Because one of the carbon from the ring is deficient, neighboring pi electrons can immediately shift so as this positive charge is uniformly distributed throughout this ring. So step by step, positive charge keeps on circulating, or you can say electron deficient centers get created at alternate positions. But ultimately, this charge is spread over all the carbon atoms which are not bonded with this electrophile. This hybrid is called as sigma complex, and rate of the reaction depends upon formation of this sigma complex. Now to stabilize this, benzene prefers to lose the electron where this electrophile has been attached. So upon loss of this proton, there occurs regaining of the aromaticity. This is where alkenes and aromatics differ from each other. If this would have happened with alkene, When electrophile has attached and carbon has broken the double bond, generating electron deficient center on the neighbor, alkenes would have preferred attack of nucleophile on that electron deficient center to give addition product. But in benzene, this electron deficient center, this positive charge, can be shared by neighboring carbon atoms, and together they can stabilize it by loss of proton. So to regain the aromaticity, benzene prefers to lose the proton. That is why it is substitution and not addition. Let's look what happens in nitration. Nitration is usually carried out in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid and nitric acid. In the first step, when nitronium ion as an electrophile is generated, there occurs abstraction of one of the proton of sulfuric acid by the nitric acid to form a water molecule which can be lost to give NO2 plus as an electrophile. Now this electrophile will be attacked by pi electrons of the benzene ring, forming the sigma complex and giving us sigma hybrid, which in the last step will lose proton, which will be given back to the H2SO4 from which it was abstracted via hydronium ion, and nitrobenzene can get formed. In case of sulfonation, we usually use concentrated H2SO4 or fuming H2SO4 with some added SO3. Here SO3 acts as an electrophile which has been generated via dissociation of two H2SO4 molecules. It dissociates between one SO3, hydronium ion and HSO4 minus ion. Though SO3 is not positively charged, central sulfur atom is surrounded with 3 oxygen atoms, all with the double bonds. Being oxygen electronegative from all the sides, there occurs severe electron deficiency on sulfur. That is why it can act as electrophile. Now, as we have the common mechanism, pi electrons will attack on it, formation of sigma hybrid complex, which in the last step can lose proton. But this proton which is lost can be accepted by SO3 itself, the attached electrophile, to give us a product with substitution of SO3H, and sulfonation takes place. Halogenation is usually carried out with chlorine or bromine. These halogens, along with aluminium or ferric chloride or bromide, in the first step generate one terminus which is electropositive, and this terminal halogen act as an electrophile. So when this is attacked by the ring, another halogen which has been complexed with the catalyst can liberate in the form of, say, FeBr4, or if it is chlorine, FeCl4, which is negatively charged. This is not a true catalyst because it has changed itself for a while. Then in the second step, it undergoes formation of carbonium ion, which will be stabilized by sigma complex. In the last step, when proton will be removed, that will be accepted by this FeBr4 complex to liberate hydrogen bromide and get back the catalyst of FeBr3. Another fundamental electrophilic substitution reactions are Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation. This has made it possible to attach carbon chain on the benzene, which is not possible directly. So alkyl halide or any other suitable carbocation is reacted with the benzene with Lewis acid catalyst to form alkylated benzene, and HCl will be liberated as a byproduct. This reaction was a joint effort of Charles Friedel and James Crafts. In this step, like halogenation, here also one of the halogen combines with AlCl3 to liberate AlCl4, leaving alkyl as a carbocation. This alkyl can easily be attacked by the benzene ring to form a sigma complex, and this will lose hydrogen in the last step, which can combine with AlCl4 to form HCl and AlCl3. Mechanism is exactly similar to halogenation, but it is not that easy. Friedel-Crafts alkylation made it possible to attach alkyl chain lengths, but there are some serious drawbacks. Because in the initial step, electrophile is a carbonium ion, that carbonium ion tends to rearrange itself. For example, look at this compound. We have a central carbon atom on the 4 sides attached to another 4 carbon atoms. If one of the terminus is having halide, we expect when chlorine will leave, this terminal carbon atom will be attacked by the benzene ring, and in fact this should get attached. But what happens is this central carbon atom has now attached to the benzene ring and compound has changed itself. Well, this happens because when chlorine leaves, carbonium ion which is generated is primary. It rearranges itself to shift one of the methyl group on it so that charge can be shifted on this central carbon atom. This is now a tertiary carbocation or carbonium. This is more stable than the primary. So it will be this carbon atom which will be attacked by the benzene and it will get added. These are some other examples. If you take a straight chain and propyl bromine reacted with AlCl3, the product is not a simple propyl chain getting added, but it is the central carbon atom giving us isopropyl benzene. Another drawback is benzene, if it has a substitution of electron withdrawing groups which actually deactivate the benzenes. This deactivation we will study in detail in the next session on effect of substituents. But for now, such substituents which are electron withdrawing, which are making the ring positive and unable to attack on another positive, that is electrophile. So such deactivated benzenes, they do not give Friedel-Crafts alkylation and reaction is not effective. Another drawback is if benzene is substituted with amino groups, whether primary, secondary or tertiary, usually because of their basic nature, when they come in contact with the Lewis acid catalyst, they immediately form a complex with AlCl3, which makes the ring again deactivated so that they will not tend to react with alkyl as a electrophile. So reaction is also not possible with benzene having substitution of amino groups. In the series, we also have Friedel-Crafts acylation, which has made possible to synthesize aromatic ketones and aldehydes. So acetyl chloride, when reacted with benzene, it gives us acetophenone and HCl as a byproduct. This reaction is also carried out in the presence of Lewis acid catalyst like Friedel-Crafts alkylation. Mechanism is exactly same which we have seen till now. Initially, there will be formation of electrophile. Now in this case, a selenium ion will be acting as an electrophile wherein carbon is electropositive. So benzene ring can easily attack on this carbon and liberating AlCl4. In the last step, there will be stabilization by sigma complex. In the last step, hydrogen will be liberated, which will combine with AlCl4 to generate HCl and AlCl3 again. A resulting compound will be either ketone or aldehyde. These are few references for images. So all these electrophilic substitution reactions are very much popular. Apart from this, benzene undergoes only oxidation and some addition reactions. In the next video, we will see if benzene is already substituted, then how this substitution affects the next electrophilic aromatic substitution, that is formation of di-substituted compounds, wherein already present substituents affect where the incoming electrophile will attack. Till then, stay tuned, take care, goodbye.